every sign. She called it love, she made it fine. She held on tight when it was done, and thought the pain meant she had won. She begged with silence, not with sound. She twisted just to stay around. She made excuses out of dreams and covered cracks with hopeful seams. But I forgive the girl I used to be, the one who stayed instead of free. She didn't know what love should mean. She only knew what she had seen. And maybe she was lost, not wrong, just trying hard to belong. So here's my hand to let her know I forgive the girl who didn't let go. She broke her heart to keep the peace. She called her wounds a kind of lease. She thought if she just gave enough, that love would finally show up tough. But love that asks you not to heal isn't love, it's just a deal. And she believed because she cared, not knowing real love would be there. So I forgive the way she tried to stay, the way she bent herself each day. I don't regret her tender hands. She only hoped she made no plans. She loved the best she knew back then, and I would do it all again if that's what helped me start to grow. I forgive the girl who didn't let go. You showed me sparks, but not the flame. You gave me dreams, but not your name. You spoke of one day like a vow, but never showed me here and now. You let me build on hollow ground with half your voice, no solid sound. I held the hope, you held the door, and I kept waiting there for more.
I wasn't in love with who you were. I was in love with who you almost were. The version you kept hinting at, the maybe soon, the after that. But love is not a future guess, it's presence, effort, tenderness.
I wasn't held, I was unsure. I was in love with who you almost were. I traced your words like maps to truth, but never found a steady route. I filled the silence with belief and called that hope instead of grief. I fell for one who reached back out, the one who calmed your every doubt. I smoothed the cracks you left behind and called it love to lose my mind. You said we're fine, we're doing good, but never noticed when I stood on tired legs with quiet grace while holding up our fragile space. It was only working because I was holding it together, 'cause I stitched it through bad weather. You thought we floated on our own, but I was rowing us alone. And every time you stepped away, I stayed to make it feel okay. You called it strong, I called it pressure. It was only love because I held it together. I bent so we could still align. You missed the tremble in my spine. You said I never asked for more, but I was busy being the floor. And now I see crystal clear. If I stop holding it disappears. That's not a love that holds its weight. That's just a story we create. It was only working when I kept it whole, when I gave twice and paid the toll. You felt at peace, I felt the strain. But love should not be built on pain. So now I step out of that role, no longer shrinking just to hold. You thought we'd last, but I know better. It was only love because I held it together. You said I felt too much, too fast, that I should learn to let things pass. You called me fire, then pulled away when I burned brighter every day. You liked me better when I bent, when I was calm, when I was spent. But when I asked to be seen too, you said that's just too much for you. But I wasn't too much. You were just half ready. You held my hand but never steady. I asked for honesty, not proof. I wanted real, not soft, not smooth. You tasted love but feared the depth, and blamed me when you lost your breath. You called me heavy when I stayed, but I wasn't too much. You just couldn't stay. I used to shrink to be received, to give you comfort I believed. But now I know that real love sees even the parts that make you freeze. You didn't want to feel wasn't too much. I was just whole. You came with half and not the soul. And that's okay, I wish you peace, but I won't fold to keep the peace. Next time I burn, I'll burn out loud for someone strong, someone proud, who doesn't flinch when I ignite. I wasn't too much, you just weren't right. I waited for the day you choose, held my breath and bent my truth. I learned to celebrate the bear, because you never gave me care. I told myself to just hold on, that maybe one day you'd be gone from all the noise inside your head, and see me fully there instead. But I deserve I gave you space, I gave you time. I learned your silence like a rhyme. I wrapped my hands around your fear, but you were never fully here. I told you things I'd never told. I stayed through nights that felt so cold. I waited while you pulled away, and still believed you'd choose to stay. But you never let me love you, not really. You like the warmth, but not the feeling. You took the light, but not the flame. You like the sound, not the name. I knocked, I stayed, I held the key, but you locked every part of me. You never let me close, not freely. You never let me love you, not really. You smiled when things were soft and sweet, but disappeared when things got deep. You let me hold what you would show, but never let your edges go. I wasn't asking you to break, just to be real for both our sakes. But love can't grow inside a wall if it can't breathe. It breaks and falls. You never let me love you like I could. You let me try more than you should. And now I see it wasn't me. You just weren't ready to be seen. I hope one day you find the light, but I won't stay and dim my fight. I gave you more than just a piece, but you never let me love you deep. Don't. I was the one they called at night, the steady hand, the quiet light. I gave them peace with borrowed breath, while carrying my silent death. I held my tears like they were wrong, and wore a smile that felt too strong. No one could see behind my grace that I was breaking at my pace. I was tired, but I kept smiling while all my edges were compiling. A storm I never dared to show, because they needed me to glow. I held it in, I stayed composed. I wore my armor fully closed, but inside I was quietly piling. I was tired. hands, and kindness they don't understand. They told me life would eat me whole if I kept wearing that soft soul. But I still gave when no one stayed, and held my light through all the shade. I stayed soft, and that was brave. I didn't turn to stone to save the parts of me they called too much. The depth, the care, the gentle touch. I loved out loud when it was hard. I kept my hope when things were scarred. And maybe I still bend and cave, but I stayed soft. And that was brave. I don't regret the tears I've cried. They made me real, they kept me wide. I don't regret the love I gave, even to those I couldn't save. They built their walls, I planted trees. They screamed, I whispered back with ease. And in a world that begged me change, I stayed myself, and that's not strange. I stayed soft in a world so loud. I speak with kindness when I fall. I don't tear down, I build the wall that holds me soft, protects my health. I'm finally safe inside myself. I trust my no, I honor rest. I don't compete, I don't impress. I let the quiet guide my way. I don't rush healing in today. I used to break the girl I was. Now I applaud her just because she never left, she just grew slow. She stayed until let her grow. I'm finally safe inside myself. Not perfect, but I know my will. I walk with grace, I breathe with ease. No longer begging to be pleased. I laugh alone, I cry with grace. I've made I've searched for peace in every place, through the noise, through the endless race. I thought it lay in someone's arms, but peace was hiding from the storms. I looked outside, I looked around, hoping that peace could be found. But now I see it's always been a quiet place deep within. I'm finding peace inside my soul. I don't need the world to make me whole. I'll stop the chase, I'll stop the fight, and find the calm within the night. I'm finding peace, it's who I am. I'll trust the silence, take a stand. I've always had it here, I see. Peace has always lived in me. The world can spin, the world can scream, but I'll stay calm, I'll find my dream. I'll walk the road with quiet grace, and feel the peace within this space. I don't need to search or seek. The peace I need is in the meek. I'll take my time, I'll find my flow, and let the stillness start to grow. I'm finding peace inside my soul. I don't need the world used to run toward every crack, thinking love could bring it back. I tried to hold what wasn't whole and made it part of my own soul. I stitched the silence, patched the pain, even when it bled again. I gave my light to dimmest rooms and thought that meant I chased the moon. But not everything broken is mine to fix. Not every fire needs my wick. Some hearts don't want to heal at all, they just need someone there to fall. And I'm not here to lose myself just to be someone else's help. I've learned to draw a clearer line. Not everything broken is meant to be mine.
I held the weight they wouldn't face. I gave too much, I called it grace. But love that drains you into dust isn't care, it isn't trust. Now I let go without regret, not out of anger, just reset. Some things fall so you can breathe. Not everything is meant to be. Not everything broken is mine to save. Some storms aren't mine to brave. I'll hold the hands that wanna heal, not ones that used to never feel. I'm not the glue, I'm not the cure, I'm someone worthy of much more. I'm done confusing loss for signs. Not everything broken is meant to be mine. I've looked in mirrors, seen the doubt, the girl I was, lost in the crowd. But now I see I'm standing tall. The weight is lifted, I've found it all. I used to question every move, afraid that I would always lose. But now I know I've come so far. I see the light, I see the star. Look at me now, I'm standing strong. I found my voice, I found my song. I don't need to hide anymore. I'll walk this road and claim the door. Look at me now, I found my place. The journey's mine, I've won the race. I found the strength inside, you see. I am the one I'm meant to be. The doubts will come, the fear will rise, but now I know I can
face the skies. I'll trust the path, I'll trust the way, and in my heart I'll always stay. I don't need the world to see, the strength inside belongs to me. I'll take the steps, I'll find the peace, and let the fear inside release. Look at me now, I'm standing strong. I found my voice, I found my song. I don't need to hide anymore. I'll walk this road and claim the door. Look at me now, I found my place. The journey's mine, I've won the race. I found the strength inside, you see. I am the one I'm meant to be. I don't wake up with grand plans, no audience, no big demands. I pour my coffee, sit and breathe. No race to run, no one to please. I used to chase what shined the most, a louder win, a louder post. But all that noise just made me numb. Now quiet joy is where I'm from. It doesn't look impressive, but it feels like peace. No spotlight moments, just release. No need to prove, no need to win, just loving where my feet have been. I light a candle, wash the day, and no, I didn't run away. I just chose calm over the feast. It doesn't look impressive, but it feels like peace. They may not see what I let go, the weight I dropped to let life slow. But I don't need applause to stay. I found my breath in softer ways.
No checklist tells me what I'm worth. I've built my home from deep earth. It may not sparkle, may not trend, but it's the life I choose again.
It doesn't look impressive, but I sleep with ease. No ghost to chase, no need to please. I water plants, I hum, I write, and that to me feels just right.
but it feels like home. And it feels like peace. And it feels like peace.
I've carried the weight of every tear, of all the things I held too near. I thought the scars would break me down, but now I see they help me rise from the ground. From the ground. The memories, the wounds, the fights, I've held them close through endless nights, but now I know they're part of me. A piece of strength, a legacy. The scars I wear, they're part of who I am. They're proof that I survived, that I can. I won't hide, no, they're part of me. A piece of strength, a legacy. The scars I wear, they're part of who I am. They're proof that I survived, that I can. I won't hide them, I won't be ashamed. These scars are my strength, they'll never be the same. The scars I wear, they tell my story true. They've helped me grow, they've helped me through. I am more than what I've been through. The scars I wear, they've made me new. I thought the past would pull me down, but now I wear my scars like a crown. Each one a battle, each one a win. And now I know where to begin. I don't need to hide the pain. It's where my strength will always reign. I'll stand tall, I'll rise again. The scars are my courage, my only friend. The scars I wear, they're part of who I am. They're proof that I survived, that I can. I won't hide them, I won't be ashamed. These scars are my strength, they'll never be the same. The scars I wear, they tell my story true. They've helped me grow, they've helped me through. I am more than what I've been through. The scars I wear, they've made me new. I've carried the weight for far too long. The wrongs I've done, the times I've been wrong. But now I see it's time to heal, to let go and start to feel. I used to drown in all the guilt, the memories built of what I've built. But now I know I can't. I thought I'd always carry this weight, but now I see it's not too late. I'll walk the road, I'll find my light, and leave the darkness out of sight. I don't need the past to guide my way. I'll take each step, I'll seize the day. The future's mine, the future's bright. I'll find my peace, I'll be alright. No more regrets, I'll set them free. The past won't hold the best of me. I'll forgive the things I cannot change, and find my peace, I'll rearrange. No more regrets, I'll let them go. I'll live the life I've yet to know. I'm learning how to start again. No more regrets, I'll heal within. No more regrets, I'll set them free. The past won't hold the best of me. I'll forgive the things I cannot change, and find my peace, I'll rearrange. No more regrets, I'll let them go. I'll live the life I've yet to know. I'm learning how to start again. No more regrets, I'll heal within. She thought love meant staying still, even when it hurt to feel. She didn't know that quiet pain was not the price for something sane. She trusted hands that let her go, believed in words that didn't show. She gave her heart with open skies to someone who just fed her lies. I didn't know back then, but I forgive her now. She did her best without the how. She showed up full, she broke with grace. She tried to win an empty race, and though she lost her way a lot, she never lost the love she brought. I look at her and breathe somehow. I didn't know, but I forgive her now. She stayed too long, she begged too small. She answered every distant call, but every bruise she took in stride built the girl I hold with pride. She didn't fail, she wasn't weak, she was just learning how to speak. And now I speak the words she missed. You still deserved a love like this. I didn't know back then, but I love her still. For every fall, for every will, she made it here. She paved the way so I could live a softer day. She didn't know how far she'd been, but now I hold her chasing after dreams, wondering why they're not what they seem. The world moves fast, the world moves loud, but I feel stuck inside a cloud. I've asked the stars, I've asked the sky, why does it feel like time's gone by? But now I see it's all in place. Each step I take, each slow embrace, I'm where I'm meant to be, even if it's hard to see. The road ahead is all my own. I don't need to rush, I'll find my home. I'm where I'm meant to be. The timing's perfect, I'll let it be. The path may not be clear to me, but I know I'm right where I'm meant to be. I used to wish for faster days, but now I know I'll find my ways. The moments pause, the moments breathe, and in this stillness I believe. I don't need the answers right now. I'll trust the journey, I'll trust the how. I'll take each step one at a time. I'm learning to be patient with my mind. I'm where I'm meant to be, even if it's hard to see. The road ahead is all my own. I don't need to rush, I'll find my home. I'm where I'm meant to be. The timing's perfect, I'll let it be. The path may not be clear to me, but I know I'm right where I'm meant to be. I'm where I'm meant to be, even if it's hard to see. The road ahead is all my own. I don't need to rush, I'll find my home. I'm where I'm meant to be. The timing's perfect, I'll let it be. The path may not be clear to me, but I know I'm right where I'm meant to be. I used to fear the quiet nights, afraid to face what's out of sight. I thought I needed someone near to calm the storm, to calm my fear. But now I see the truth is clear. I've always had the strength to steer. The road is mine, I'll walk alone. I found the courage to be grown. On my own, I'll find my way. I don't need to be afraid. The path is mine, it's all I need. I'll trust myself and let it lead. On my own, I'll stand
The world can shout, the world can scream, but I don't need to chase a dream. I've got the fire deep inside, and I'll walk this journey with pride. I don't need to hide away, I'll embrace the light of day. I'll trust the steps I take alone and find my peace and call it home.
He